Welcome to San Diego, where it would have been Tony Gwynn's 58th birthday today. Forever remembered here, one of the great hitters, one of the great people in the history of the game. And there's a Nats fan taking his cuts, getting ready for Game 3 tonight. Washington, by the way, he's safe, looking for the sweep here at Petco Park. Let's have a look at the National League East. Things are tightening up. They are changing in the National League East. So, FP, here we are on the 9th of May. And it seems like April was a long time ago.
Yeah, the Mets got out of the gate quick. The Nats didn't. Things are changing, and Nats are playing well right now. So, long way to go still, but heading in the right direction.
All right, you always say good teams take 2 out of 3, but
great team sweep.
And that's what they want to do with Gio here tonight.
Yeah, Gio's been pitching well. Earned his 4th win last time out. 5 scoreless innings. He's been doing really well. Last time out, it's the first time he didn't give up an earned run. Get this, the Padres are hitting just .227 against lefties. That's 11th worst in the National League. But the Nats are hitting .222 against lefties. Something's got to give here tonight.
Well, overall, the Nats have been #1 in a lot of categories lately. Trey Turner's gotten it going. Howie Kendrick's been so consistent. Matt Adams, not in the lineup. Neither is Bryce tonight. A revelation. Rendon's back, so's the Nats offense. A lot going on with our ball club. In San Diego tonight, a couple of guys playing catch. A couple other guys have been playing catch over at Nationals Park throughout the week. We always talk about outfielders throwing to the right base. There's a whole lot that goes into that, Dan Coco.
Let's talk about middle infielders lining each other up on a cutoff play. Let's set a scene here where there's a runner on first and there's a ball into the gap, let's say, into the right center field gap. How are you as a second baseman getting out there, and what am I doing as a shortstop to get behind you as the second guy to try and maybe cut down a run at the plate?
Well, there's a million things that go into this. You know, if it's on this side of the bag, I'm the lead guy, you're the trail guy. You're the trail cutoff man. In case it's a bad throw, you're trailing me to back me up, basically. The distance you go out is based on your outfielder's arm strength.
Okay.
So you have to know your outfielders and how good they can throw, how bad they can throw, and that's how far you go out. So you know that as you're going out. When you're going out, you're looking back, you're watching the play develop, you're deciding, am I going to third, am I going to home, where's the play at? And you're lining yourself up to the base you're going to throw to accordingly. But it's all based on you as the lead guy. So if it's left center and you're the shortstop, you would go out and I would trail you.
Right.
But it's based on speed of the runner, arm strength, time of the game, where do we want this ball to go, and lining up and what I'm going to do, the decision on where I'm going to throw is all on me.
Okay.
And what you're doing is you're going out, You're going out, you're finding the ball. You're like, okay, Michael A. Taylor's got a tremendous arm. I don't need to go out very far. He's going to hit me right in the chest. But in the meantime, I'm watching the runner. I'm kind of watching this develop. Now I'm kind of watching, I'm going to go to home with it. So you come out with me, Dan. As the trail cutoff man, you're going to be about 10 yards behind me.
Okay.
In case it's a short hop and I don't want to pick it, I'm going to let it go, and then you're going to throw it to home. But we're both lining up to home right now.
Okay.
So you're going to come out with me, and we're waving. Here I am, here I am. The biggest mistake people make on this is they catch the ball like this, then they go to throw. So if I'm lining myself up, I'm waving, and as soon as he catches the ball, now I'm turning this way. So when I catch it, I'm already facing my target.
Right.
I already know where I'm going. And sometimes, I don't think we're going home, let's go to third. I'll go over here, we'll line up to third.
How are we communicating as you're getting out there and I'm trailing you?
We're not. I can't hear you. There's 40,000 people.
Okay.
So you just keep a relationship to me, maybe a little closer than you are right now.
Okay.
In case it's a low throw or a high throw. Either way, you're my backup. Because if you're not there, the ball's just going to roll in the infield and they're going to run forever.
Sure.
But for the younger people at home, this is pro tip. Right here, wave, big target, throws in the air, I'm turning, so when I catch it, I'm here. I'm not catching it and turning, I'm already turned facing home, so I just catch it, boom, and let it go.
Another example of eliminating the amount of movement that you need to make, let the ball travel, and then be able to set yourself up for a throw.
It's what people don't realize, how quick the game moves at the highest level. It's boom, boom, boom. So getting on the bag, letting the ball travel on a steal, turning already and throwing, when it's microseconds between safe
makes
and out.
all the difference.
Makes all the difference.
And by the way, you guys don't know this, but they threw Trey Turner out at home right after that little bit they did. Gio getting strikeouts. Maybe we don't need cutoff throws tonight. We'll see. Gio and the Nats looking for the sweep in San Diego. Bank. There's no better time to act than today. PNC. Make today the day. And by the hotels at BWI.com. Minutes from BWI Marshall, Amtrak, and Interstate 95. Discover the convenience of the hotels at BWI.com. La Jolla right up the coast from San Diego. FP likes to shop up there. I like to dine. We all like to play some golf when we can get on Torrey Pines, which is never. It's really expensive. But we've got a beautiful night. Look at this. Starting an hour early, humidity up a bit, 65 degrees in San Diego tonight as Joey Lucchesi and the Padres take the field against this Nat lineup. And there's Michael A. batting leadoff with Bryce Harper in the dugout tonight, but Trey, last 6 times out against the team that traded him, he has been outstanding. In this series, a homer, a walk, he's been hit by a pitch. Rendon, 3 hits in the series. Zimmerman, a couple. Howie, 4. And Matt Wieters has an RBI. So a couple of big guns, and Harper and Adams on the bench against the rookie left-hander Joey Lucchesi, who's 3-2 in his first 7 big league starts.
Check out the windup. Don't even look at the numbers right now. Watch this. A lot going on for the Padres left-hander. Last start on the 4th in Monterrey, Mexico against the Dodgers. He received a loss. 3 runs on 5 hits. Struck out 5, walked 2 through 99 pitches in that one. He's allowed 3 runs or less in 6 of his 7 starts. So fastball, curveball, change. Really a 2-pitch pitcher, fastball and changeup. He throws his changeup more than any pitcher in baseball, 34% of the time. Defense for the Padres. Behind Joey Lucchesi, Cordero, Margot, Scherzer in the outfield, Galvis, Villanueva, left side, Perella, Hosmer, right side. And A.J. Ellis doing the catching.
The ageless guy behind home plate handles young pitchers so well. Kind of a glue guy in a ball club.
It's Matt Caesar and right. I knew I was going to goof that up. Or you can just call him iChart.
Caesar. So Gio has given up 1 home run in almost 39 innings. The TNT boys still running. Haven't done any in this series. There haven't been that many base runners. And Michael A's got to get out of an over. They'll get a chance real quickly. Padres, they're nails with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. Any other time they're hitting like 211. So a real strange offensive year for the Padres so far. The Nats are 6th in the league in hitting, 3rd in runs, 1st in home runs, and Michael A 0 for 7 in this series and 0 for his last 19.
Opponent's hitting 462 on the first pitch off the Padres left-hander. So heads up right here. Dave Martinez is ready.
So 6-11 here in San Diego for first pitch, and Taylor takes the strike.
That is a funky delivery. Maybe first time up, you just check it out. Find the release point, get your rhythm with the pitcher, but he's got all kinds of different things going on here.
Oh, and 2.
Never having pitch carp, I always wondered how pitchers come up with stuff like this. Is it years of work? Do they just fool with it in bullpens? Do they look in the mirror and try to work on the deception? I don't know.
Is it a timing mechanism here and there to get certain part of their mechanics on time? That's up and in, and if they relieve him tonight with Adam Simber, this is going to be a real wacky night at the ballpark after seeing that right-hander last night. Check swing, slow roller, cut off by Villanueva. Michael A makes it very close. Roberto Ortiz calls the runner out. That gets through to the shortstop. It's a hit.
A little check swing. I thought it was pretty close at first. Apparently they're not going to check it. Trey Turner waiting to see if they're going to check it. Now he's jumping in the box.
So Trace checking in at 275, on base percentage 380. There's a little tapper in front of the plate. Lucchesi has to turn and throw, and he threw a bullet to Hosmer. 2 outs. So a check swing and a ball topped. Next up is Anthony Rendon. Having a really good series, an RBI, a walk, 3 hits. So in 4 games since coming back, Anthony, couple of doubles. He's driven in 3. And he's 4 for 14.
See, I'm facing this guy. I'm looking for his release point. I'm finding the window and trying to take everything else out of the equation. See the window where the ball comes out, where he really wraps that ball behind him too. This might have been the curveball. He throws that 4% of the time. Opponents are 0 for 10 against this curveball this year. 10 curveballs they put in play.
Now another 0-2 count. Look like a straight change on that one. So it's 1-2. Nats have won 9 of 10. They're 3 over 500. By the way, Braves and Phillies at last report each had 5-0 leads. Phillies at home, Braves on the road. They're a half game apart. And the Nats only a game and a half behind first place Atlanta. Little bit upstairs and maybe in. 2-2.
Got rung up on that same pitch last night, his first at bat. Close.
And Rendona shot to right center. Caesar over to cut it off, and Anthony stops at first. That's a great swing by him. And he's now 5 for 15 since coming back.
Starting to heat up. We knew it wouldn't take him long. He's got a very low maintenance swing. What does that mean? You see the foot down early, the hands close to the baseball, the lightning quick wrists. There goes the no-hitter, and he's going to tip his cap because got the first hit of the night.
He's a true gentleman, and he loves playing this game, and he loves taking swings like that. Ryan Zimmerman back in the lineup last night. Similar base hit his first time up. Later an infield hit, 2 for 4 evening for Ryan. Got him over 200. He just wants to take it from here and just keep building. Still trending well now over the last couple of weeks. Likes lefties. Whoa, that's way inside. Inside the numbers presented by PNC Bank. So first 18 games really rough. As mentioned, last 2 weeks and a couple of days off here and there. Just under 300. You know, as a hitter, it takes a long time to come back from a really slow start. One and two.
I think your average starts to settle in around 200, 250 at bats. You know, you have a 3-hit night right now. You're back up to 220. I think after the All-Star break, that's when it's really hard to get your average up if you had a tough first half.
Very close. Good take. 2-2. Wow, getting really close to Tim Wallach, huh? And Ryan's going to be on that 2,000 hit watch very soon. Well, add another. Anthony Rendon's going to stop at second, and a couple of really good at bats. This had a chance to be a real quick first inning for Joey Lucchesi. He'll have to face Howie now, who's really hot.
I don't think I've ever seen Ryan hit a lower pitch. I mean, he took that off the plate. Cricket, anyone? Look at that. Just staying through it, kind of guides it right back up the middle. Beautiful piece of hitting by Ryan. A little 2-out rally working.
Well, along with Matt Adams, the best series here by a Nats hitter belongs to Howie Kendrick. He's 4 for 9.
Maybe he's easier to hit out of the stretch because he doesn't have as many moving parts.
It is a lot simpler, isn't it?
Only one hit last night, El Bencho.
One measly RBI.
One measly double in the gap, El Bencho.
Up in the zone. Things are even, 1-1. It's a cruel game.
He's probably sitting over there going, well, Maybe this was a good one to sit out. This guy's got a little weirdness to his delivery.
Matt Adams is now batting .308. On base percentage well over 400. 426. Slugging .744. Top 4 in the league in home runs and top 10 in RBIs. What an amazing couple of weeks he's had.
He'll be in there later. They need him.
So Howie's ahead here, hitting .340 his last 14 games. Pretty good tail on that fastball. 2-2.
See, that's a pitch Howie will handle with 2 strikes, but in 2-1 count, he was thinking pull side damage, just came off it a little bit. But he'll go right center with 2.
And a tapper. So 3 weak ground ball outs, but a couple of impressive hits by Rendon and Zimmerman. Now it's Gio's turn. Here in San Diego. A lot of folks screaming for the road team these last 2 nights. They need to get Christian Villanueva going, do the Padres. He's 0 for his last 24. He was on fire in April. Outstanding rookie month for him. 0 for 5 in this series. And he's batting behind Hosmer, so Eric Hosmer not getting a whole lot of protection either these days. Gio's 7th career start against San Diego. He's 3-2.
Earned his 4th win of the season with 5 scoreless last start on the 4th against the Phillies. Nats won that one 7-3. First start of the year where he did not give up an earned run. So you see opponents hitting .240 against Gio this year. Fastball, curveball change.
So Travis Jankowski on the bench tonight, left-handed batter. Matt Caesar gets the call in that leadoff spot.
We've gone over this before, but I don't know how you get Caesar out of that.
Kind of reminds me of when we had a celebrity game, softball game in Nationals Park years ago, and Pat Sajak came, and his jersey said S blank J blank K. He needed to buy a couple of vowels, and at least Matt has one.
I saw Pat and Vanna last homestand on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial taping something.
How about that? Well, Gio's going to go leadoff walk here to Caesar.
Defense for the Nats behind Gio tonight. Kendrick, Taylor, Sierra, the outfield. Turner Defoe up the middle. Rendon, Zimmerman at the corners, and Matt Wieters back behind the plate tonight. There he is.
Nats have pitched Eric Hosmer very well. 3 strikeouts in the series, hitless. And the breaking ball is outside. They haven't met much in recent years, but Gio, a former American leaguer, Hosmer as well. 5 out of 7, 2 homers, 4 RBIs, and 5 walks. The career matchup numbers between these two.
Gio looks a little out of sorts right now with his rhythm and his release point. He has fared real well against lefties over the last few years. Allowed a .250 on base percentage to lefties since the start of last year. So you don't usually see lefties in the lineup against Gio.
Looking for that first strike. And there it is. You don't want to just lay it in there, but it is a ballpark where you can challenge hitters. Hosmer 5 home runs, one of the highest totals on their club. Ground ball, Zimmerman to the bag, and then the throw requiring a tag, and in under the tag, Caesar.
Pretty close at second. No argument from Trey Turner. Nice play by Ryan. Step on the bag, spin, throw, and he had something on this throw too. A nifty play, got the big hop, stepped on the base, let it rip too. That's as hard as just see Ryan throw a baseball, and it looked like Caesar got in there. Nice play.
And then Caesar just able to keep that right foot on there.
Close.
Bang, bang. Ryan
looking?
Gorman called him safe.
What do we got?
It took Mike DeMuro to walk all the way over to the Nats dugout before Davey Martinez said, "We're going to play on." So here's Christian Villanueva. 344 in 12 games in his big league debut last year. After driving in 86 runs at AAA, had 20 homers with their AAA affiliate, El Paso. Not a youngster, he's 26. He'll have a birthday next month. Battled 8 years in the minor leagues and the 0-1.
A little quick, trying to find that release point right now. Front shoulder kind of coming out of there, just a tad.
Good curveball, lots of dive on that.
Hey, you come out of the gate, you got to be ready to pitch, and Gio is. After the leadoff walk, he's starting to find the strike zone, slowing down a little bit. Sometimes that off speed will get your release point back out in front where you need it to be, slow things down.
And the 2-2 with 1 out, just up.
And speaking of first innings, you see what happened to Dylan Bundy last night in the Orioles? I'll tell you what, I have a total new respect for Dylan Bundy after what he did last night. Didn't get an out, gave up 7 runs, stayed around and faced the music and talked to every single reporter after the game. A lot of pitchers wouldn't have stayed. He did.
That's a strikeout.
Probably had the roughest night he'll ever have as a major leaguer. Stayed in his locker and answered every question, Carp. I mean, you don't see that. I mean, 99 pitchers out of 100 would have been in their apartment. He stayed there and faced the music. So a whole new respect for him.
Well said and well done by Dylan Bundy.
Yeah, it's called being a pro.
Yeah, not easy when you've just pitched, and because of the night you had, your team's 8-27. Jose Perella. He's faced Gio 8 times, 2 for 7 with a walk. In this series, 3 hits. They all came Monday night. Had an RBI attached.
Good changeup.
Yeah, that's how you offset a big swing like that.
Well, he's throwing that pitch more than he ever has. 21% of the time this year. He threw it 18 last year, and that was the highest. So getting a lot of confidence in that pitch later in his career. Turning the changeup over. Opponents hitting 154 against Gio's changeup.
One of those San Diego situations with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, usage of the fastball down, changeup up. Curveball about the same as it's always been.
Wow, that's pretty dramatic right there.
Mm-hmm.
Brings the curveball around beautifully. 2-2.
Well, this is big right here. The Padres are 11-1 when scoring first. They're 2-23 when they don't. Numbers that drastic, you have to pay attention to.
Wieters sliding to his right. Lefty on deck in Cordero. So Gio didn't give in to the right-handed hitting Perella. And by the way, a cleanup man with no home runs. And now he'll face Franchi Cordero, hitting .273 with 6 homers in a lefty-lefty matchup. Second walk of the inning.
He wanted that.
Twenty pitches first inning for Joey Lucchesi, and now Gio a couple beyond that.
Well, he talks about how he relies on his teammates to settle him down. Right now, he looks like he's gripping. Got to make a pitch right here, talking to himself. Franchi's going to be swinging hard if it's a strike.
It is, and he did.
He calms him down. Maybe he's thinking, don't panic, it's too early.
Yeah, third baseman have to be careful about mound visits now. Not words of encouragement. Here's Gio's 2-1, and he will grab the 2-hopper. So kind of a typical Gio inning. Walks a couple, but he's unhittable, and they strand a couple.
off today after Bryce started the first 37 games to begin the season. You look around the league these days, and it appears that the days of playing all 162, or at least starting all 162, are now over. Only 2 guys last year started all 162 games, Joey Votto and Alcides Escobar, and only 2 guys the year before that, Escobar and Jonathan Scope. Davey's saying today it's not just about staying fresh and sharp for the 162, but prepping for the playoffs as well, games 163, 164, and on from there. He said rest matters, so he likes guys when they get a day off to take a full day, a mental day where they can not take BP, just relax, and Bryce is getting the chance to do that today.
Yeah, probably a good time for it. New series starting tomorrow night in Phoenix. And Bryce scuffling at the moment, 0 for his last 19 since those homers that started off the series against the Phillies last weekend.
He hit a handful of balls hard in there, though. He just hasn't had a lot of luck lately. But he's got some strikeouts in there, too.
Matt Wieters takes a breaking ball that drops in, 1-1. Matt from the right side, 231 this year. 3 for 13, so a very limited sample because Severino gets most of the right-handed at bats, 56 of them while catching. Two and two. So it's a standard 6, 7, 8 here in the second with Gio batting 9th. And behind Matt Wieters there, Moises Sierra, not many at bats lately. Luke Casey, 24 years of age. Pretty good numbers. 3-1 strikeout to walk ratio coming in. 40 over 13. Just 31 hits in 37 innings in his first 7 starts. Wieters swinging a miss on a ball diving down and in. First strikeout by the lefty.
All right, big homestand coming up. 27-time champion Yankees visit town May 15th and 16th, followed by the NL pennant-winning Dodgers May 18th through the 20th. Padres come to town following that. Visit Nationals.com to get your tickets today. I just tried to search Lucchese on my pad here, and lunches came up. Spell check the lunches. Lucchesi. There we go.
Good pitchers like lunch meat, always ready.
Always ready.
And the 0-1 to Sierra. Moises now. Been a while. 22 games total, 46 at bats, 9 hits. And he's shown the ability to elevate that fastball a bit and throw it by a couple of Nats here. Sounded like a foul tip, it was, and there's 2 Ks in a row. Nissan. Pitch cast.
Well, the stuff is pretty sharp on top of the delivery. That looked like a curveball there. 77. Throw that mid to upper 70s. 40 strikeouts in his first 7 career starts. It's pretty good.
And Wilmer Difo, a tapper third base line. Villanueva on the run. And then a quick ground ball after the strikeouts. So Gio will lead off in the third. He goes back to work. We are scoreless early.
Card exclusive K Street t-shirt and cheer on the Nats from a field level seat as they take on the Dyers. Visit nationals.com to get your K Street ticket today.
Jeremy Hellickson absolutely brilliant last night. No hitter until the 7th. First batter Jankowski got him. Perfect game.
Yeah.
And when you're talking cards, you're talking Coons. So just getting more good numbers for the Nats starters. The wins, the ERA, total innings, opponent's batting average. And Scherzer and Strasburg leading the way. All those strikeouts, walks and hits per innings pitched. Darryl Lilliquist watching his staff here and enjoying what he's seeing. The Nats are only 6th in the league in total ERA, but that's not because of the rotation. They are the best in the business right now. Here's Freddie Galvis, who's 11 for 42 career against Gio Gonzalez.
Yeah, both teams have struggled early in the season against lefties. The Nats are hitting .222 against lefties. That's 12th in the National League. The Padres are hitting .227 against lefties. That's 11th in the National League. Small sample size early in the season, but still.
Galvis around late. So the Nats have 10 wins at home and 10 on the road. So there's the aforementioned 1142 with all the other numbers to go with it. 6 Ks, 2 walks, couple of homers, 3 RBIs, and there's K number 7. Freddie Galvis is off to a rough start and really having a hard time in this ballpark.
Big hook here. Started in the other batter's box and went down hard late. Freddie Galvis looking for that fastball in maybe. He knows that that's what Gio likes to do with 2 strikes.
Galvis for his last 10. Here's A.J. Ellis.
Much better rhythm going this inning for Gio. He's getting it and working a little faster. His delivery looks to be a little bit slower, which is actually better.
Ellis, 37 years of age. About a week and a half after opening day. 11th year in the big leagues. Phillies after a lot of years with the Dodgers. Marlins last season. And now working with a young staff here in San Diego.
There's worse places you could work with young staffs at.
Like everywhere?
I'm just saying, I mean, Eric Hosmer got the big contract, and you just wonder what this organization's thinking moving forward. But I always marvel, and I say this, and we talk about it every time we're here, why free agents don't come here. I know you have to open up your checkbook if you're an ownership group and show that you want to spend and win, but.
Ball slapped right past the mound and right through Gio. And A.J. Ellis, the number 7 batter, gets San Diego's first base hit.
And I think if you're a hitter, Carp, that this park is playing fair now. It used to be a graveyard. If you wanted to put up numbers and you were a slugger, this wasn't the place you even thought about. But now they moved the fences in. It seems like with the buildings back there, it's blocking a lot of things and the ball's carrying more. So I don't know. It'd be a great place to play in my mind.
Yeah, the dimensions here. A little quirky down the right field line with a couple of angles out there. And I guess the most glaring example of a free agent who came out here and did not do well was Brian Giles. Left the Pirates after a lot of years, came out here. Gio's going to pick it up barehanded and fire, and he throws it where Zimmerman couldn't reach it. Ryan would have had to almost collide with the runner to have any chance there. And so Margot will end up at second, Ellis at third.
The ball had mud all over it, hitting that soft dirt in front of home plate. I wonder if that had anything to do with it. You kind of see it rolling right there, maybe get a better shot. You can see it as it's going in the air. That ball had a chunk of mud on it.
Well, and you made note of the Zimmerman hit last night that had mud on it, and it made a right turn going down the third baseline, which never happens.
Watch. Big chunk of dirt on it, and that dirt in front of home plate, like I said last night, if you didn't hear me, they kind of drag it before the game and put a whole nother layer on it. See that dark dirt in front of home? It's real soft.
Wieters reaching for the breaking ball. So Joey Lucchesi as a hitter, 1 total base on a walk. He's 0 for 12. Nats will play the infield in. But it's 2-0.
Kind of look back in his own dugout to say, am I swinging here or am I taking? Joey Lucchesi was peeking for location right there. You generally don't see big league hitters look back at the catcher. He just did. Look at it, he's looking again. That's a big no-no.
And hitters will sometimes glance back because they're planning on actually swinging the bat.
He's looking right down the sides. I mean, you don't see that ever. Position player does that. He gets ones in the ribs. Young player, probably just probably a habit. I don't know. Probably didn't hit a lot in the minor leagues.
And Gio went with the curveball there on a 2-2 count, so he doesn't want to walk him and deal with the speed of Matt Caesar.
He's got some wandering eyes, doesn't he? I mean, you just don't see that.
3-2 with 1 out. Bases loaded on the walk. Gio has committed an error and walked 3 batters.
Margot a hit and an error or just an error?
Hit and an error. The error sending him to second.
Derek Lilliquist probably tell him, one good pitch. It's a ground ball right here, right at somebody. We'll go hit and get you some runs. Anthony Rendon going to stick around for one last word. He usually does. Trying to loosen him up a little bit.
Yeah, pat on the head, not the back.
Some of the best meetings I ever witnessed at the mound, you talked about anything but baseball. Just to get the pitcher's mind off of what's going on that isn't the greatest, you know?
Caesar walked on 4 pitches to start the game for San Diego. He's bounced into 2 double plays. Got him a first pitch changeup. StatCast Mercedes-Benz, and we use it to show you the sac fly zone.
Good arm in right, good arm in center, decent arm in left.
Yeah, and Howie playing the deepest of the 3, and on what appeared to be a safety squeeze, he just bunted it straight to the right.
With those bases loaded numbers, if I'm Andy Green, I want him to swing, unless he put that sign on.
Confident in his catcher to block the wicked breaking ball in the dirt. Gio tried to get a swing and a miss on that thing down there.
Nice block by Matt.
Got ball up and he had a pretty good rip. Swing and a miss on a very good changeup. Strike 3 very similar to strike 1. K number 3, 2 outs.
A pretty good trip by Derek Lilliquist. Anthony Rendon. And a great pitch by Gio Gonzalez. Really turned over that changeup. Pretty good arm speed. We'll see what he does to Hosmer here. Not out of the woods yet.
Hosmer bouncing ball to Zimmerman first time. Pitch number 50 coming. Ball 2.
Well, this is where if you're Eric Hosmer, you can just zone him up. What does that mean? I'm looking for the fastball right where I want it, whether it's middle in, middle away, whatever he's thinking here. But he's definitely in the driver's seat. Nowhere to put him.
Howie Kendrick in short right. That one running and stayed to the inside edge. Mercedes-Benz pitch cast.
Yeah, might have been looking away. They threw the sinker in. Good frame by Wieters to get the call. Good pitch by Gio.
Hosmer on what would have been ball 3 couldn't stop.
Well, he wasn't looking for a curveball. He's thinking bases loaded, 2-1 count. He's got to come to me with the heater, right? Wrong. By the time he realized it was a nasty hammer and it wasn't going to be in the zone, he couldn't hold up. You want to do it on this pitch. You don't want 3-2, 2 outs, bases loaded, and the crowd getting into it.
Seven, 8, and 9 hitters all got aboard. Curveball, Hosmer, first base line. Gio can just catch it and tag him, and the Nats are out of the inning.
Hitters are hitting to 086 against Gio Gonzalez with runners in scoring position this year. I had to save that. against this year. 086 coming into tonight. That's the second lowest in baseball. He was fantastic at it all last year, and he finds a way to just relax, make some pitches, and get out of a nasty jam. Give Derek Lilliquist a lot of credit for a well-timed trip to the mound to calm down his lefty, and give Gio even more credit for getting out of it himself. Nicely done, Gio Gonzalez.
Yeah, 3 walks in there, a couple of hits, and a couple of big zeros on the board for the San Diego Padres. Gio, Michael A. Taylor, Trey Turner, top 3 here. Beautiful ballpark. Almost 19,000 here last night, 17 plus on Monday. You're always sad when you're leaving San Diego. But a sweep would make everybody feel real good heading over to Phoenix to face a very fine Diamondbacks ball club. They're on the road playing the Dodgers.
There's the updated numbers. 086 to start, now 077. Look at last year, 175 opponent's average with runners in scoring position. Why? Well, I think he takes advantage of anxious hitters and he's throwing the changeup more. You know, maybe back in the day when Gio was in a jam, he would throw his fastball as hard as he could to get out of it. Yeah. Now he just flips in a curveball. How about a changeup? You saw he did to Caesar. Big curveball to Hosmer. I mean, it takes guts to throw a 2-1 curveball with the bases loaded, and he did. He's talking about his throw down the right field line right now. I know it.
A.J. Ellis got to go to third on that play.
Telling jokes as he steps in the box. And maybe that's the reason why, with runners in scoring position, he just relaxed.
Well, let's see if he goes Scherzer and gets something started here. After giving his ball club a lift, Gio 1 for 16 this year. Luke Casey, 31 pitches, 21 strikes. His first 2 innings.
You see that? He was smiling, talking to A.J. Ellis, and then as soon as Lucchesi started his delivery, like the light went on in the machine, and he knew the ball was coming. He got all serious. When you're in the cage, the light goes on, you know it's about to pitch to you.
Yes, he did. 0-2. And on a pitch in the dirt, swing and a miss. 2 for 9 with 3 strikeouts. The Nats' first time around the order.
All right, Sunday, May 20th, the Nationals and Harris Teeter are teaming up for Kids Superhero Cape Giveaway Day. The first 10,000 kids ages 12 and under, you get a superhero cape, and you can run around the bases after the game. Visit nationals.com for more info. That's enough screech. Beat it. Kids Superhero Cape Day, May 20th.
Taylor, ground ball to third. First time up. He needs something loud to happen here. Pretty good hack upstairs, out of play.
Well, I think when you face a guy like Lucchesi, first time Carp, as a hitter, when am I starting my swing? When am I going backwards and getting in rhythm with him? Because he's got so much going on. And I think Michael Taylor was pretty close right there, but he's got so many different movements as a hitter. When I go back, watch Michael Taylor's hands. When did they go back? Got a lefty with 14 things going on right about now. It's tough to get in sync with a big windup like that.
Swing and a miss on a fastball up. And Lucchesi has fanned 4 of the last 5. Nats all swinging.
That give you a good idea where the ball's coming from.
Trey Turner bounced one about halfway to the mound first time up. Lucchesi came in, grabbed it, threw him out. That ball hit hard. Picked on a hop by Freddie Galvis. That's all he could do. No time to go back or forward. And he takes the hit away from Trey Turner. Time to act then today. PNC make today the day. Left fielder Telmedo Augustin, age 21 years of age. He's from the U.S. Virgin Islands. Bats left, throws left, and doing some good things for the Potomac Nationals. High A ball. Look at that batting average. Slugging, runs, RBIs, 10-game hitting streak. You might have heard it for the first time, but don't forget Telmedo Augustin. Household name here in the next few weeks if he keeps doing that.
Truck's telling me that Juan Soto homered for the 70th time tonight. But he did homer.
He's got 12 on the year. Come on. So Gio facing 3, 4, and 5 here. Struck out Villanueva on a pitch in the dirt first time up. That's a great heater right under his hands. And Christian Villanueva is now 0 for his last 26.
Everything up and away, and then finishes you off with a heater in. We've seen it so many times with Gio. He hides the ball well, too. Not as well as Lucchesi does, but similar.
Crafty lefties. But it's kind of fun to watch the transition Gio's made. Used to be a power lefty. He's gotten crafty. He's gotten smart. And he's learned with age. He's made adjustments. He has a new pitching coach, and everything's going pretty well. Just after those first 2 innings, the number of pitches, we'll see how long Gio can go tonight. But if he gets a couple of stress-free innings, it could be a while. Because as you often say, it's always about the flatlining and the stress that pitchers have a time or two during the evening. Jose Perella was the second man who walked back in that long first inning. He's got some deception on that changeup.
You just don't know what pitch he's throwing or where it's going. And that just makes it so hard for a hitter. Okay, I'm going to look for the fastball in here. Is it going to be in? I don't know. I'm looking in there.
Then you sit there and a fastball goes over the plate just like it did to Villanueva. And now Gio Gonzalez has 5 strikeouts.
So, yeah, here comes the fastball. That wasn't even in. Gio, a little slippage there after he threw it. He got to feel like a new man after getting out of that bases loaded jam.
Big hook and a strike to Cordero. I tell you, that fastball playing pretty quickly. The guys have been seeing that 84 changeup. Of course, this is a lefty-lefty matchup. More of a fastball curve thing, but buries one in the dirt. So F.P. Santangelo, switch hitter, batting right-handed, steps in against Gio. You were talking earlier today about what you used to try to do against Trevor Hoffman with his changeup. You're all geared up. What about facing a guy like this? I mean, can you guess at all?
I'd be patient, real patient.
Look at that. That's a changeup down and in to a left-handed batter. He strikes out the side. Understanding what's important. That's our M&T Bank do-up. And I'll tell you what's important. Getting Anthony Rendon back. His 5th game back now. He has 5 hits. Rendon, Zimmerman, Kendrick straight ahead. Up in this one, where the first 2 net hitters in the 4th each have a base hit. Rendon and Zimmerman. Washington, D.C. Lexus dealers, $250 to the Children's National Health System for the first 200 home runs hit by the Nats this season. They are well on their way with 47 Lexus. Experience amazing. Rendon has 1, Zimmerman has 5, Howie has 4, and here we go, top 4. Perfect strike, outside edge from Joey Lucchesi. 41st pitch and a good ratio, 30th strike. Anthony's a base hit away from getting over 300 here. So in 4 games plus 1 at bat now since returning, 5 for 15. And last 333 just last couple of games. It's 4 for 9 in this series. And he drills one deep to left center. See you later. Up around the Nats bullpen. A monster shot in this ballpark. So that's 250 more for Lexus. And Anthony Rendon's second of the year.
That ball's kissed. Like a curveball down, he just stayed through it. Tremendous balance, loud noise. And you just want to see Anthony Rendon have a good first half so that he can be an all-star. I mean, he has such a good second half. He puts up all-star numbers every year, but because he's a slow starter, he hasn't been an all-star yet, and he's one of the best players in baseball. If they had an all-star team in October, he'd be on it every year.
Now Zimmerman takes a breaking ball low. 6th homer given up by Lucchesi. Anthony now over 300, 5 for 10 in this series. Ryan Zimmerman hits this one with authority. Edge of the track. That thing had some backspin on it, stayed in the air for a while. And he's had 2 great swings tonight.
Well, second time through, they're figuring out the delivery, right? When do I start my swing? First time was a recon mission. And you saw the hard hit ball by Trey Turner in the 3rd. Now a home run, line drive to the track. They're starting to see it. They're starting to figure out when to start their swings. That's what good big league hitters do. They make adjustments.
Here's Howie. Two out of every 3 when they score first. And the Nats increase their home run lead in the league up to 48.
And the Padres are 2-23 when their opponents score first. In case I didn't say that 6 times already.
We'll expect an inning by inning reminder on that one.
Yep.
Off speed, dropped it to the outside edge. Howie Kendrick up the middle. He's 5 for 11 in this series. He just keeps on rolling on his way up to 300.
Professional hitter. It's not official until we put StatCast all over it. Let's check out Tony 2 bags, 4 bags. Curveball hanging out there. Did you see Joey drop his head as soon as there was contact? He knew it was gone. Ford StatCast are going to show you 105 miles an hour, 25-degree optimal launch angle for the 429-foot Tater.
Wow. 80th career home run for Anthony Rendon.
That's not Anthony. He's shy. He's putting a shin guard up. He knows the red light is on. Ha! Nice try.
Egomaniac Anthony Rendon. It's all an act. And now Howie's picked off. He keeps on going. And that'll be 1-3-6 from Hosmer to Galvis.
Well, just keep going on these. If you're going to go first move, go. And bet on a bad throw. Maybe it hits you in the back. Maybe you beat the tag. Huh. Howie's standing on the base, and that was close. Did they put a tag on him? Oh, yeah.
Nats will challenge the caught stealing.
Couldn't tell live from up here, but looking at the replay, I don't think Freddie got that tag in there, did he? Remember, the original call is out, so it's got to be definitive to overturn it.
Yeah, from that angle, that's a tough one.
Can't tell there.
So Brian Gorman's the crew chief. He made the call. And he'll be joined by home plate umpire on your right, Mike DeMuro.
And don't forget, MLB has satellites in space with super zoom cameras that see everything. I think he's safe. Just looking at it on the scoreboard here.
A bit of a groan from the crowd when they saw that first replay.
That wasn't about my lame joke either. That was about how he's safe. Those are Nats fans that are cheering. Well, they called him out.
So caught stealing on the 1-3-6.
They get him on the foot before his tucked foot before his lead foot hit.
1-0 now to Matt Wieters with the bases empty suddenly.
You know, Dave Martinez doesn't miss too many challenges. He's been impressive this year. And the group in the clubhouse and Chip Hale. I don't know what their percentage is, but I feel like that might have been one of the first ones they missed this year.
1-2 now. Perfect on the inside edge. Lucchesi 5 strikeouts. Gio has 6. That man's swing, the difference. And in this ballpark, that is a monster shot. Not quite dark here yet, not quite twilight, but he hit it .429, 1-0. To you by the all-wheel drive RAV4 Toyota. What drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals. Mass and Yacht in the foreground. Beautiful view of San Diego and the Bayfront tonight. And we go bottom 4. Galvis, Ellis, Margot. So Gio has the lead. Just coming off an inning where he struck out the side. 2 Ks and a walk the inning before that. Got Freddie Galvis swinging first time. Gio's 283rd career start tonight. I mentioned, by the way, that the D-backs are at LA tonight. Patrick Corbin for them. So the Nats will miss him in that series, but they will get Zach Greinke tomorrow against Tanner Roark. So the Braves beat Tampa Bay again on the road. Gave up a couple of runs late. First 2 runs they've given up in that series. Phillies ahead of the Giants. Galvis pulls one well foul. And this one to left. Howie Kendrick. Lights just starting to take effect here. 1 out, 4th inning.
Yeah, watch every out-of-market regular season game live at home, in the office, or on the go with MLB.tv. Your subscription includes MLB At Bat Premium, allowing you to watch live baseball on your favorite supported devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details.
Mets got walked off at Cincinnati today in 10 innings. Marlins beaten by the Cubs. Nats fans all over San Diego here, and that's inside to A.J. Ellis, who got that crazy 2nd inning underway with 1 out when he singled up the middle. He's going to hit this one well down the left field line. 1 hop over the wall for a double. A.J. Ellis batting 7th, 2 for 2.
Kind of muscled the curveball down the corner. You know, I watched a lot of Padres hitters last night against Jeremy Hellickson. It didn't seem like they were making adjustments to Hellickson's curveball. A lot of right-handers wanted to pull it all night, and Jeremy was kind of breaking it across on him, straight down more than across. But every once in a while, you see a veteran hitter sit on a pitch, and after the first pitch curveball, it looked like Ellis sat on that Gio Gonzalez curveball. We didn't see a lot of Padres hitters last night sit on Jeremy's.
A.J. Ellis is 10 for 34.
And if you sit on a curveball, Cartman, you hit it hard, it can get in a pitcher's head where it affects the way he throws it to the rest of the hitters.
That ball is hit hard. And this is going to be a tie game. Howie's trying to keep the runner from going to second. No chance. Back-to-back doubles, 1-1 game. The bottom of the order. The number 7 and 8 hitters are 4 for 4.
A little swing and bunt last time. This time a little more authority. That one takes Howie toward the foul pole, and by the time he can plant and throw, he's already into second base.
Now the pitcher, Joey Lucchesi. Gio walked him first time up. That loaded the bases with 1 out. Pitched out of that jam. 1, 2, 3, third, and now this in the 4th. Runner going. Good throw gets him, and that's not at all close. Manuel Margot trying to get to third base with 1 out.
I thought he had a good jump. Trey Turner sneaking in behind Gio through the pitch, but a great throw by Matt Wieters, who's throwing the ball extremely well this year. Extremely well. Did he put the tag on him with a sneaky slide? He did. Play on.
Matt Wieters now 6 out of 12 against opposing base runners. Now you get the pitcher and you're out of the inning. Strike 2. Inning over. Back-to-back doubles. Ellis and Margot. We go top 5. 1-1 Nats and Pods. entered the Hall of Fame in 2011, passed away way too early 3 years after that at the age of 54. And Tony had 3,141 hits, and number 3,000 came on the road in a dome stadium in Canada.
In Montreal, I believe it was 1999. Davey Lopes, the first base coach. Teammates giving him a hug. You want your Tony Gwynn stat of the night? He never struck out more than 40 times in a season. It's May 9th right now. 20 players have struck out more than 40 times this season, all in 141 at-bats or fewer. So look at the numbers, soak them in. The greatest hitter I ever saw, Tony Gwynn.
And Tony's son, Tony Jr., stopped by the booth today. Delightful young man who sounds exactly like his father. There he is, working with Mark Sweeney on Pods TV tonight. I mean, just a delightful young man. And Tony Gwynn won 8 batting titles, tying him with Honus Wagner for the second most all time. They'd never been able to determine whether Ty Cobb won 11 or 12. Doesn't matter much, but he's the all-timer. And of course, Steven played for Tony at San Diego State.
Well, Tony Jr.'s got the same smile that'll light up a room.
He does. So we go to the top of the 5th on Tony Gwynn's birthday. And Moises Sierra, the hitter, struck out swinging first time. Well hit to left. How about that for scouting? They're playing him 100 feet off the line, and he hit it right at Franchi Cordero.
Good swing.
Defoe and Gio, the next two.
That was a 112-mile-an-hour out by Moises.
Wow. Wilmer had the night off last night after his hitting streak ended with an 0 for 4 here on Monday, but he still hit safely in 9 of his last 10 games. A cool 448 coming into this one tonight with some power, RBIs, walks, runs, solid defense wherever you put him. Wilmer right-handed. Only 29 at bats, 6 hits. And the more conventional lineup tonight has him in front of Gio.
It's so hard as a switch hitter to take equal hacks from each side of the plate. You know, a lot of times you're getting a groove where you're seeing a right-handed pitcher, so your left-handed swing is getting more attention, but it's hard when you look and you're in there against a righty to still get your right-handed hacks, because every once in a while here comes a lefty and you've been neglecting that side. So with Wilmer in the lower amount of bats right-handed, it's tough to stay fresh on both sides, but he is.
How about that swing? With authority the other way. And the Nats have 5 base hits.
You got to do double the work every day because you have 2 swings, one left-handed, one right-handed. See a little knee tuck and go, short compact swing. And now Gio just has to get the butt down in that soft dirt we're talking about, and he'll advance Wilmer.
Yeah.
Still talking to AJ.
Yeah, I think if he leaves one down there, the catcher could disappear going for that ball. It's like quicksand in front of home plate. Gio struck out first time, squares early.
One pitcher's talking to the catcher, the other pitcher's looking at the catcher.
But that's a 1-out hit by your number 8 man that could buy you a go-ahead run. Good job by Gio of laying off the high fastball.
Wilmer was scrambling back to first on that. Did not get a read on Lucchesi yet.
Geico StatCast this time on the short leadoff now by Defoe.
Swinging. I like it.
2-0. Lou Casey over 9.5 strikeouts per 9 innings in the first 7 starts of his big league career. So he's got K capabilities. Got 5 tonight. Spins him out of there. 3-0.
Square around again. But take.
One game, top 5. 3-0 to Gio. In there.
The reason you take 3-0 out of a bunt stance, because you're figuring, well, maybe the bunt and the bat in the zone is affecting the pitcher's command. So why not just do it 3-0 and hopefully get ball 4? Ooh, that's close to a balk.
Thought the same thing just when you said that. Where did he step?
Well, you have to step more toward first than home, and it looked like he stepped more toward home than first.
Coming home. Strike 2.
Got to throw over again to see if Gio's bunting here. 3-2, you'd think. Well, they're throwing.
Squaring early.
So Villanueva is almost in the batter's box with Gio by the time the pitch gets there. He's starting there and charging hard.
Now Defoe is going to be lost between first and second on a 1-3-6-3.
Well, they were betting he wasn't going to throw over twice. They thought what I was thinking up here is the throw over was just to see if Gio Gonzalez was bunting in a 3-2 count. And give A.J. Ellis and Andy Green credit for throwing over there twice in a row when nobody thought they were going to. And Wilmer was betting they did, and they did.
Well, each team has lost runners on the bases tonight. Three-two to Gio. Swing and a miss, and that inning is over. So we are halfway through on getaway night in San Diego. Nats trying to sweep. We're all tied.
And every once in a while, you get a left-hander that's a reader. What's a reader? They'll watch the movement of the runner, and then they'll throw over. So there's just one move from Lucchese. Kind of stepping toward home. It's in between a balk, non-balk. Not going to really get that call. But he reads Wilmer taking off here, and I think he throws over. So 90% of lefties are predetermined. What's that mean? You put fastball down, I'm going home. But every once in a while, you get a lefty that can actually read the runner. We call them lefty readers. And I think he saw the movement out of the corner of his eye and kind of choked off the throw to home and went to first base because Wilmer went. He did it with Howie Kendrick. He did it with Wilmer Defoe. So if you're a scout sitting behind home plate, in your notes right now, you're putting Joey Lucchese's a reader. You can't go first move on him. He'll just throw to first.
Yeah, well done by him. Well done by you. Great analysis. And we go bottom 5. So the Nats lost the runner and then the opportunity, of course, for Gio to bunt. The inning unraveled in a hurry. So we go bottom 5, top of the order for the Padres. Matt Caesar has walked and struck out. Next video series, I want to see you pick Coco off first.
Well, the next one we have, and I think we're showing it tomorrow, is turning double plays around the bag. And what I failed to do is take Dan Coco out. I mean, I wish I would have thought of it while we were doing it. I would have loved to go on full speed and just blown him up. I mean, just one last time, Dan. Just a little piece of you, send you into left center field.
Be worth the suspension.
Those were fun. He did a great job, and we had fun doing those. It's been fun. Hopefully we get to do more. The old coach in me came out. It was really fun to do.
Gio into this 5th inning with 85 pitches. He's gone 2-1 on Caesar. This ball sending Taylor over toward the gap. Plenty of hang time, 1 out.
Fios by Verizon Exmo going to show you Gio's pitches tonight. Some of the strikeouts he had. And did a great job of getting out of the bases loaded jam in the 2nd. 1 out. And he struck out Caesar. Got Hosmer to ground out. Deep breath, pitching well, having fun. What new? The 100% fiber optic network means more speed for more devices at once. Visit getfios.com.
Ball 1 to Eric Hosmer. Close to being a strike at the knees. Then he jams him severely with a 2-0 heater, and Trey Turner makes the catch. And Eric Hosmer is 0 for 11 against the Nats in this series.
Came in red hot, too.
Here's Villanueva up there hacking. Strikeout swinging 1st inning, taking to lead off the 3rd. So Gio with 2 outs in the 5th at 95 pitches. But if he can take care of this one, 2 of the last free frames would be stress free and good things happening. He's thrown as many as 114 this year. That was the 7-inning outing in the 3-1 win against the D-backs that saved that series for the Nats. 2-hopper Trey Turner. So Gio gets contact outs to get through the 5th in a hurry. Look at that sunset from San Diego out to the Pacific.
where you serve or when you served, we stand ready to serve all military families.
On to the top of the sixth, getting beyond twilight time here at Petco Park. Ram trucks are due up in what they have done in their recent history or entire history against the Padres. Invite you to experience the power and toughness of Ram at your local dealer. Log on to ramtrucks.com to get to work. Guts, glory, Ram. Michael A, a ground ball to third and a swinging strikeout.
He's due.
He is. Off the glove of Villanueva. You never know when something like that, whether it's a hit or an error, could get something good happening.
That's a hit.
And with Turner coming in, here's Dan.
Bob, this series here in San Diego having a little bit of extra significance for Trey Turner, first-round pick of the Padres back in 2014, who joined the Nationals, well, into the 2015 season after those bizarre circumstances where he wasn't allowed to join his new team for a little bit. But Trey, talking the other day, says he really doesn't have any regrets about anything, not that the trade was his decision. He's played with a number of guys on this Padres club, knows some of them pretty well, but says he's really happy with his new organization, or rather his current organization with the Nats. And just to rub it in a little bit more, he homered in his first ever at-bat here at Petco Park on Monday.
And he's got a chance to make something happening. Get something happening. He showed bunt there. Hey, in that deal, Steven Souza Jr. went to the Rays. They got a slugger. Padres got Will Myers, hurt now, but an all-star caliber player. And we got Trey and Joe Ross. Can't wait to see Joe back later this season. Former Nat Craig Stammen.
See if Michael A can pick something up.
Got the deadliest speed combo in the league going back to back here.
He going back to the bag. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
So sometimes the move to home can be just as good as the move to first. What does that mean? Well, if you have a move to home when you're throwing a pitch that looks like you're coming over, that can really mess up a runner's brain. A.J. Ellis out to tell him, hey, let's worry about Turner right now. Don't think too much about the runner over there, but I like everything I've seen from Lucchesi tonight. He's got a bright young future.
And by the way, for those of you who do score the games, Taylor did get a hit on that play. So he's 1 for 3. Anthony's been perfect. Single homer. Zimmerman, Howie have both hit the ball well, 1 for 2. And Defoe 1 for 2 in the 8th spot.
Not a beach ball. That would mean we were in Dodger Stadium.
Two-0 to Turner. And Lucchesi is 1 pitch away of getting himself in a real jam here in the 6th.
Worried about Michael A.
Big guns coming up, so important to be smart on the bases. In case he does that now, 2 on, nobody out. Rendon, pardon me, and Zimmerman coming up.
Time for some Geico highlights. Check out Tony Two Bags Tater. You say that 10 times fast. You swing as fast as he can, and you'll hit home runs too. This one, 450 feet plus. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 50% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save. And that's going to do it for the big left-hander for the Padres quickly.
Do they have a third time around thing on him? Here comes Craig Stammen against Anthony Rendon. 2 on, nobody out, 6th inning. eye of the Tiger, and I thought Craig Stammen was coming into the game. Then I realized he is. 16th appearance for the Padres. 2.50 ERAs, had one or two rough outings, but better lately. 5 earned runs in 18 innings, 19 Ks, and 3 walks. So Craig Stammen finding a way to miss bats at the age of 34. There's that short arm delivery and a fastball for a strike.
Yeah, fastball 69% of the time, slider 25, occasional curveball at 80 miles an hour.
Anthony Rendon, 0 for 2 career against him. 2 for 2 tonight, 5 for 10 against the Padres in this series.
You know, I get that Andy Green's trying to win tonight's game, and when you have a ball club that's young, that's all you can do as a manager, win tonight's game. But I also think that part of the Padres' development is going to be guys like Joey Lucchesi developing into a pitcher that can go through a lineup 3 times.
Yeah.
And even though Anthony Rendon took him deep last time, you know, part of the development might be for him to find a way to get the guy out that hit the home run against him. So it's kind of a double-edged sword here. I know what Andy Green's doing. He wants to win tonight. But if you're looking at the big picture in the future, maybe you let Joey Lucchesi work through a jam, get a really good all-star type hitter out. And if he hits another home run, well, that's still part of the development in knowing that he's going to adjust to what you did. So are you trying to win down the road with Joey Lucchesi? Because he was impressive tonight. As impressive as a young lefty as we've seen in a long time. Or are you trying to win this year in tonight's game? So that's the dilemma for a big league manager and an organization that's trying to develop.
Still 0-2 to Rendon.
Only Anthony Rendon can fall off that pitch and stay alive.
Late reaction.
Yeah, watch this. It's in A.J. Ellis's glove. No, it isn't. It's behind them.
Oh, 2 again. With 2 aboard, nobody out. Rendon to short. Galvis. Barella was hanging around the bag to keep Taylor close. He didn't have to go far at all to receive the first throw. And the Padres turned that 6-4-3, and that's Craig Stammen's specialty, the ground ball. 2 outs. Now a 2-out knock as former teammates face each other here. Ryan Zimmerman 0 for 1 against Craig with a fly ball out. Had 2 good at bats tonight. Base hit up the middle. Then a laser to right that Caesar went back and caught right at the edge of the track.
Strong bench tonight. Matt Adams, Bryce Harper. So you missed with 2 sliders. What do you think he's looking for now? Heater, and he's getting one.
Way outside.
You'd think green light right here. Not guaranteed a 3-1 heater here.
Greg Salmon trying to finish off a big-time relief job here. 6th inning, 3-2 against Zimmerman. Center fielder Margot, get 20 feet over toward the right center gap. A lot of room left center here. And Ryan Zimmerman takes the slider for the walk. 1st and 3rd with Kendrick next. So overall, 3rd in runs behind the Braves and the Pirates, coming in ahead of the Rockies in homers. Walks, on base percentage, slugging, it all kind of works together for this prolific offense. Despite missing Rendon for a while, Eaton and Murphy for a long while. Howie based it up the middle last time. 0 for 1 career against Craig Stammen. Nissan pitch cast.
Bottom corner. Try to sneak one in here.
That is top spin and foul.
So to throw that slider with the go-ahead run on 3rd, he has to have a lot of confidence in A.J. Ellis back there. He likes to bounce the slider with 2 strikes. Nats fans know that. They've seen him do it. But that's the pitch here. Going fastball away, maybe staying away from it.
The 1-2 pitch, and that was close enough for Howie to be hacking.
Watch Murph take a bunch of ground balls at 2nd today. He looked like he's moving around a lot better. It's good news. Hit some balls in the seats in batting practice too. There's Murph-ish. There's Murph.
Howie Kendrick in the air to right for Caesar. So the inning started in promising fashion with 2 aboard. Stammen got the huge double play ball. It remains 1-1 after 5½. big swing, nearly 430 out to left center. Gio, quite a battle. He'll go over 100 pitches here, maybe to the first batter in the 6th inning, but he's keeping his team in a position to win.
It seems like once he got out of that bases loaded jam in the second, just kind of got into a rhythm, playing catch, doing the things we've seen Gio do over the years. The changeup really good for Gio tonight. He's kept the fastball down, occasional curve, but he's in line to win this one. That was looking like a promising inning. You thinking the Nats are going to go ahead, but now Gio going to try to keep it a 1-1 ball game and give his offense a chance to give him a win.
Yeah, we saw some vintage Craig Stammen there. Huge double play ball. So bottom 6. Cleanup man Jose Perella, who has walked and struck out. And single. Padres' 5th base hit. The Nats have 6. Padres box. 2 walks in the first. Gio shut the door. 2 hits and a walk in the second. Gio shut the door. Back-to-back doubles. Ellis and Margot, their run in the 4th. Franchi Cordero, a comebacker and a strikeout. Trevor Gott. How about that? Didn't take long. 0-2 heater. Mercedes-Benz strikeout number 8.
Yeah, 3-pitch Zia. And maybe that's why Frenchie was thinking about Button. Might not be picking up the left-hander Gio tonight.
Gio had 8 strikeouts against the D-backs on April 29th. Freddie Galvis has struck out, hit a fly ball to left.
Perella has 3 stolen bases, been caught once. You think he thinks about it here?
How tough is it, in your opinion, to read Gio?
I mean, he doesn't have a crazy move. I think he's just your, basic left-handed move. Kind of step halfway as far as he can go down that 45-degree angle, throw to first. So nothing that stands out. I think you can get a read on him.
Pretty good lead.
He's just quick to the plate. That's why you don't see guys steal on Gio a lot.
Yeah, Nats pitchers have been giving Matt Wieters a chance to throw out base runners. As mentioned earlier, with 1 tonight, he is 6 for 12. Pedro Severino is 4 for 12. With the runner going, Gio, his outs at first. Zimmerman stretches for it, 2 down.
Well, now you have to pick your poison here. Both hitters, Ellis and Margot, have 2 hits tonight. Which one will you feel more comfortable You got a base open, 2 outs, tie ball game, bottom of the 6th. Who do you want?
Yeah, usually this would be the guy, but AJ's swinging it well.
Do you go with youth or experience? I might go with the guy on deck just because you might be a little less experienced in a big situation. That's all. Nothing to do with ability. Maybe you could make him swing at your pitch when AJ Ellis knows exactly what you're doing to him right now.
Yeah, Margot scuffling, but 2 hits tonight, and he suddenly has 4 in the series. Hot shot to short. Turner backhand. He knows he's got time to plant, and that's the end of that. So Gio gets through 6 in a 1-1 game. Weeder, Sierra Defo ahead. Gio's done after 110 pitches, 61 strikes. The Nats could get him a W with some runs or a run in the 7th. So during this streak, winning 9 out of 10, the run differential is plus 29. There was a time for about 5 weeks to start the season when the Nats had given up more runs than they had scored total. Home runs are coming during this time, about 2 a game. Runners in scoring position and starters ERA. Numbers where they need to be. And a ton of ground gained on the rest of the division by the Nats during that time. And a ball destroyed by Weeders out to right center. It gets by Matt Caesar. Leadoff double for Weeders. Kind of an in-between hop for the right fielder there.
I mean, in a tie game in the 7th, this is kind of a curious play by Caesar. He got too close to the ball and it got by him. Great swing by Matt Weeders. Looked like he was thinking about laying out for that and diving, and then he decided not to. Right there, he was thinking about a dive, and then he got too close. Ball gets by him. So I don't think Matt goes for 2 if Caesar keeps that in front of him. And now you got to advance Matt Weeders any way he can here.
Moises Sierra, that assignment. And it kind of lines up well because you have a right-hander in the game. Their bullpen is busy with a lefty. But Gio's not going to bat because he's going to be done for the night. So it's Sierra, Defoe, and then Stevenson, Harper, Adams. Robbie Erlin, one of their 3 lefties, is up.
You know, I've done what Matt Caesar just did before. You go to dive and the ball's in that light bank right over the dugout. And as soon as you lay out and you think you know where that ball is, you can't see it. And then you decide not to dive. Then when you see it again, it's right at your feet. 100% that ball got caught up in a light bank. because he was thinking about laying out, and the only reason he stopped is he lost sight of it. At least that's my call.
Big swing by Wieters to make all that happen. Sierra hit it hard last time, lined out to left, or shall I say left center where they play him. Big swing and a miss on a Stammen curveball.
Well, 2 for yourself, now 1 for the ball club. What's that mean? Well, you take a chance of driving him in that way. Now you got to choke up, shorten up, spread out, and hit a ground ball to second. Any way you can. This time of the game, got to get him over.
Maybe you save Adams for later. Use Stevenson now. We'll see. And does Bryce indeed have the entire evening off?
Probably.
Took a fastball right down the middle. 1 out. That hurts.
Yeah, that's the pitch you want to advance the runner with. You're looking for something out over to go that way. He must have been thinking about the slider.
Wilmer Defoe, nobody on deck yet. Defoe 0 for 1 against Craig Stammen. And for now, it's Matt Adams. So a lot of lefties. And tonight's backup catcher, Severino. Stammen had to throw 16 pitches to get out of that long 6th inning. Wieters still at second. Defoe base hit right field last time.
That's where he used to like to bounce the slider when he was in that. Let's see if he tries it here.
Veteran catcher back there. Went with a fastball away, and that was a pretty good job by Wilmer getting the bat on that thing. Target in. Eight 5 for nothing. Tie game tonight. Nats trying to win this in straight sets. And a 1-2 with 1 out. That ball gets away, the breaking ball in the dirt, and A.J. Ellis could not stop it.
Huge free 90 feet. Now Wilmer's whole at bat changes. Yeah, that was about a 58-footer. Not a lot A.J. could do with that. The big ricochet allows Matt Wieters, who was often running right away, to get to third, and now the Padres will bring their infield in. Although I don't think they need to play this shallow with Matt Wieters on third, but they are.
Wilmer Defoe, 12 RBIs on the year, looking for his first of this series. And the 2-2 pitch. Fastball stood him up. It was off the plate.
Came back close. We'll see what he decides to do here. Fastball or slider? I'm thinking fastball based on the slider that just went almost into the dugout. Good foul ball. Couldn't wait around to see if it came back or not.
Well, maybe Bryce doesn't totally have the night off. Could be a decoy because cameras see everything here. Opposing dugout sees things. So it's Adams on deck. Wilmer Defoe strikes out on the slider down and in. Big time for Stammen's second K. Nissan pitch cast.
Yeah, just enough late break. He was thinking fastball, went with the slider. Are they going to pitch to Matt Adams?
Now you would think they'd rather have Taylor, but maybe someone that would hit for Michael A.
Well, that's probably why Bryce has a helmet on. Andy Green's going to pitch to Matt Adams because he saw Bryce Harper lurking over there.
Matt Adams as a pinch hitter this year, 1 for 8. It's interesting, real interesting, that about the time he got hot, the Nats won 9 out of 10. Last 12 games for him, hitting .415 with on-base percentages and slugging percentages that are out of sight. Over 500 and 1,000 respectively. Broken bat and caught on the fly by Villanueva. Wow, the Nats have had chances the last 2 innings with leadoff guys aboard. Still 1-1. Authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals, or you'll have to deal with those two.
They should have just dropped the gloves and went.
Trevor Gott, second appearance of this series. Off to a crazy start, 8th inning on Monday when he hit Margot, walked the pinch hitter Caesar. Then he proceeded to strike out Jankowski and Hosmer, and Trey Turner bailed him out with a good play on a Franchi Cordero ground ball. Number 8 spot in the order, and that's a big time breaker right there.
Trevor, fastball, curveball, 2 pitches, fastball averaging 95.
Base hit. Margot 3 for 3. When the Nats came to town, he was hitting $169, and he's probably over 200 with that base hit. Now Chase Headley will bat in the pitcher spot.
Long look at Glenn Hoffman, third base coach for the Padres, Trevor Hoffman's big brother. Didn't show bunt on that throw over. Everybody in the Nats dugout looking to see if he did.
They get a great relief job from Craig Stammen, who pitches 2 scoreless innings.
There's Skip Schumacher, the first base coach for the Padres, Willie Schumacher's big brother.
I think if you're Willie Schumacher's brother, you'd have to be big. The throw into center field, popping up Margot, and he's at third base. Trey Turner couldn't keep it from going out there. Stolen base. It'll be an error on Wieters, and the Padres are in business here in the 7th.
Not the greatest jump by Manuel right there. And Trey Turner tried to pick it and make a tag, and this time of game you could see the frustration once it gets by him. He's like, I gotta keep that ball in front of me, darn it, or something like that.
Infield in, and a strike to Headley.
Never pitching for the strikeout right here, right now.
Ooh, that thing did not end up much out of the zone, if out at all. Nissan.
That's why I made a noise. That's a strike.
Breaking ball, inside out swing. Howie Kendrick. Here comes Margot, and he's not going anywhere. Howie hits the cutoff man and a big out.
Take it.
That's one of their better, at least faster base runners.
Ryan Zimmerman went on a fly ball shallower than this last night, although different arms involved, different score involved. You know, 3-0 versus tie game. Margot can run. That was interesting.
Infield in for Caesar.
Tried to bunt last time up. Squeezes in play here.
That ball may be out of play. It's over Howie Kendrick. One hopping the left field wall, and the Padres take the lead. Caesar crushing one out to left.
Yeah, fastball up, and it kind of tailed back right into his sweet spot. Watch the pitch and the location. Comes right back down the middle, in the middle square. Caesar ready to hit short swing. He was just trying to put it in play. Look at how short that swing was. Barrel to baseball, damage done, and now you got to keep it a 2-1 game.
Nats intentionally send Eric Hosmer to first base. So righty-righty with the, at least up to this point, struggling Christian Villanueva, but this guy's dangerous. Sammy Solis, probably for Franchi Cordero, if the inning gets past Villanueva and Perella. And it may not. Deep foot to Turner, double pump, and Trey still able to turn the 4-6-3. Padres get a run on a single, a steal, an error, and a double. 2-1.
Dogs in here. If you're wondering and you haven't heard, the Yankees are coming to town. Did you hear what happened tonight? Craig Kimbrell was going for his first 5-out save of his career, but Aaron Judge launched a 2-run home run and the Yankees won 9-6. So the hottest ball club in baseball besides your Washington Nationals coming to Nats Park May 15th and 16th. What, they won 17 out of 18 now, something like that.
Yeah, 4 runs in the 8th after the Red Sox had taken the lead. And so the Padres will bring in 31-year-old Kirby Yates. Big league time in the American League with the Rays and the Yankees, as well as the Angels. Second year in San Diego, 13th appearance. This guy's been good, only 5 hits and 10 1/3, 1 run, 3-1 control numbers, 12 strikeouts, 4 walks. Their closer is left-hander Brad Hand, who's 9 out of 11 saving games. Worry about him later. Right now it's Taylor and Yates.
Yeah, there's the slider. He throws it only 8% of the time. That might have been a split. He throws that 26% of the time, and the fastball the rest at 93.
That one, the heater running in on Michael A. Hit a ground ball hard, got a base hit last time off the glove of Villanueva, the third baseman. Trey Turner walk, looked like a good inning brewing, but Craig Stammen got a double play ball, and that was that. High in the air, right center. Caesar.
How many pups in the park days do you think they have here at Petco? Over like 100?
I think they have pups who are season ticket holders.
Yeah, I know there's only 81 games, but maybe they have 100.
Trey Turner, 0 for 2 with a walk.
One-run game he gets on. Look out.
Hot hitter next. Anthony hit that double play ball, but sharply to Freddie Galvis. Busted bat, foul ball. It'll be 2-1 to Trey Turner, who's 0 for 2 career against Kirby Yates.
So they have a place called the Barkyard here, and you can bring your dog to every game. How
Why
about
wouldn't
that?
they?
Yeah, makes sense, right? Petco. It's in left center field, dog-friendly viewing area.
Look at the dive on that splitter. Nasty, 2 outs.
All right, Fios by Verizon Exmo going to show you Anthony Rendon's tater in the 4th. That just kind of sat up. Doesn't it look easy in Exmo? Almost hit it the trash can. The 100% fiber optic network means more speed for more devices at once. Visit getfios.com. Take another one of those right here, please.
Rendon 0 for 2 career against Yates. 3 well hit balls tonight. In the series, 5 for 11. On base 6 times. Looks like a fastball till it's too late. Fly ball, couple of strikeouts. This one to the bottom of the 8th, 2-1 Padres.
All right, it's time for Toyota Case for Kids. $44 donation from Toyota to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout by Nats pitcher this year. The Nats have 367 strikeouts. That's the most in the National League. Times 44 is $12 million.
Bottom of the 8th, and Sammy Solis will get the hold'em assignment against Perella, Cordero, and Galvis. 20th appearance. Ground balls, his forte. So Sammy, first appearance of the series. And Jose Perella, who is 1 for 2 with a walk tonight, 0 for 1 with a strikeout against the Nats lefty.
And Sammy's ground ball rate 52% this year. That's up from last year when it was 46.
And a curveball, a beauty. Their closer is lefty Brad Hand. Nats have seen him numerous times in the past when he was a starter for the Marlins. 3rd year in San Diego. He was an all-star last year. Zimmerman, Kendrick, Wieters, top 9. Right now, Sammy's got to keep it 2-1.
Tried to change it.
Yeah, the off speed.
Close. He thought it was strike 3.
He was well ahead and he walked him. Lefty-lefty matchup now with Franchi Cordero. These two will face each other for the first time.
Try to get one of those ground balls we were talking about right here, right now.
Jammed him. There's the grounder. Defoe Turner. And something happened there with Trey. That ball stayed in play. Runner did not make a move towards second, so Cordero will check in at first.
Well, he might have made a move, or Ryan went over there and tagged him. Yeah, that just looked weird from the get-go. Trey Turner very accurate with his throws. I don't think he had the grip on that at all. Obviously.
Luckily for the Nats, the ball hit the padding, did not leave the field of play. Double play still in order as Freddie Galvis, 2 for 7 against Solis, bats with 1 on, 1 out. Cordero with a very short lead as this one's fouled away.
He didn't look like he has any interest at all in running anywhere. Never know. Peanuts are back in town for a midweek series with the Salem Red Sox. That's May 15th, 16th, and 17th. There's a second peanut-free game at the Fitz. All kinds of good stuff going on. Go to the website. Call the number on your screen all night long.
Operators standing by.
Wake them up.
1-1 with 1 out. Up the middle. Cordero turns, and with Taylor charging, back to the bag. 2 on 1 out. Padres trying to deal a knockout blow here. It'll be Sammy and A.J. Ellis next.
You see the way Sammy finished there. Wasn't in a position to feel the ball falling off toward the third base side, and it went right back where he was.
A.J. Ellis 2 for 3 tonight. And then with the runner at second, last time up in the 6th, hit the ball fairly sharply to the right of Trey Turner, who backhanded and threw him out. So he's had 3 good at bats tonight. And the running heater for a strike. Ellis 0 for 1 career against Sammy. Elevated heater, not hittable. And Sean Kelly up for the first time since his return. Oh, 2 count here. Runners going, double steal. Both standing up.
Yeah, Sammy get to that one look routine where he's just looking at the runner once, rolling his head, and they knew it. As soon as his head goes to home, take off. I think Matt Wieters couldn't get the exchange because of the hitter or some reason.
Now Sammy needs the strikeout. The pop up or a grounder right at one of the drawn in infielders. He gets the pop up. Ryan Zimmerman. Important second out.
Huge.
With Margot next.
Huge. Now you got your choice here if you're Dave Martinez, and I think he's going to go get Sammy Solis. Let's see. Did he motion toward the bullpen yet? I don't think he has. Everybody looking in the bullpen. There it is. Sean Kelly coming in.
It'll be Kelly against Margot. Padres second and third, 2 outs now. Close game in the balance here, bottom 8. Sun, first of 4 with the D-backs, and Tanner Roark, 2-3, 3.65 ERA. Tanner will be looking for career win number 58. Zach Greinke for the D-backs. First of 4 there. Keep you posted on the various starting times for ball games in Arizona. Coverage begins at 9 o'clock.
Kind of disappointed that we didn't show the snake, the rattlesnake on the railroad tracks.
Sean Kelly was a Padre for 53 games in 2015. Had a good year, 2.45 ERA. He will face Manuel Margot, who's 0 for 1 career against him. Breaking ball way outside. He had a good year, 51 innings, 63 strikeouts. That ball's got a lot of English on it. Zimmerman to Kelly, and that will end the bottom of the 8th. Sean comes in, gets a big out. So here we go, 4, 5, 6. Zimmerman, Kendrick, Wieters against Brad Hand. Brought to you by Lexus. Experience amazing. It's trying to turn the lights on in the gas lamp district with a sweep if they can dramatically come back in this one.
It's time for your 4th drive of the game. Let's go back to the 7th inning. The big blow in this one, Matt Caesar. The double off the wall. That would score Manuel Margot, and that's the difference in this one. Hurry to your local Ford dealers for great savings on cars, trucks, and SUVs.
Brad Hand, 28 years of age now. 21 saves in an all-star season for the Padres last year. He was 21 out of 26. This year, 9 out of 11 saving games.
Yeah, he throws the slider more than his fastball, 53% of the time sliders.
Interesting matchup to lead things off here. Ryan Zimmerman, 7 for 12 career. 4 doubles, 2 walks against the lefty. Ryan on twice more tonight. So after resting Monday. He's 3 for 6 with a walk.
Yeah, those numbers probably against Hand when he was a starter for the Marlins, when he was a 4-pitch guy, fastball, slider, curveball, change.
Breaking ball, busted bat. That might help it drop, and it does. Zimmerman a 2-hit night on for the 3rd time.
Game on. He'll take it. We talked about his swing and bunt earlier in the game. Said he's got a bunch more coming. Well, there's another one. Leadoff man on, 1-run game. Frenchie Cordero playing no doubles. Look how deep Frenchie was. He was almost on the warning track, and that's why that one dropped. He'll take it. And now we have a pinch runner at first, Andrew Stevenson. Fire all your bullets and worry about where they play later.
Yeah. Stevenson short lead, and Brad Hand throws one way outside to Howie. 1 for 5 career against him. Carlos Asuaje is batting 9th and playing 2nd base on a double move, and Jose Perella out of the game, and their pitcher batting 4th. Howie Kendrick, a drive to right center, but hanging up. Caesar gonna try to throw in behind Stevenson, who had gone nearly all the way to 2nd. 1 out.
Kind of an emergency throw in here. I think he slipped or something. Now this is always dicey in a 1-run game. When you're playing no doubles as the outfield, Carp, and you got a good runner on first, a ground ball through the infield is automatic 1st to 3rd. But the theory is nothing over my head, so the run doesn't score from 1st on a gapper or something off the wall. But with Andrew's wheels, a ground ball up the middle or the other way is 1st and 3rd, 1 out. Maybe even to left where you look at Cordero's playing. That would be a gamble.
Matt Wieters 0 for 1 career against Hand. Long look at the runner, and he brings the breaking ball around for a get-ahead strike.
Steele's definitely in play here if he's got a read. And he's also looking for that slider in the dirt any way to advance. Right in between 10 and 11. Think he'll throw over 4 times in a row? I like gambling like that. Hey, you come over 4, you got me.
Staring him down, coming home. That breaking ball low.
Wonder what the percentages of lefties that throw 4 times in a row over is. Probably not real high, right?
You would think low. Meanwhile, Matt Wieters is ahead 2-1 now.
Well, if you bet on a strike here and you bet on Matt putting the ball in play, you could always roll the dice here. Go hit and run. I don't think Bob Henley's putting on a sign. It would definitely keep you out of a double play. Or you just go straight steal. Looks like Andrew's got a little bigger lead all of a sudden.
Ooh, close. Mike DeMuro calls it strike 2.
Well, either way, you don't want to swing at it if you're Matt Wieters, and I don't even know if you could hit it if you did.
So the ball outside the box, the difference between 3-1 and 2-2. And Matt able to foul off that slider.
Well, you know Dave Martinez would love ball 3. Give him a great excuse to start Andrew Stevenson at first. I mean, he could do it right here. He's not afraid.
Great take by Matt. It was a strike for a while. 3-2.
Decision time. Do you start the runner? A lot of managers would. A lot of managers wouldn't. We'll see. He's saying yes.
He's getting paid for these decisions. Runner holding, strike 3 call. Moises Sierra, the last hope of the Nats.
Got locked up on the slider. He was looking fastball all the way.
Sierra 0 for 3 tonight, and he faces Hand for the first time. Crowd of 18,804. Many on their feet as the Padres try to salvage one here. They're only 7-15 at home. Those of you still with us, there's still hope in the wee hours. Guys seem to give up on that slider, and it's got a way of coming around.
Trying to run into one right here and give his club the lead.
On the foul, it's down to the final strike for the Nats.
Interesting right there. A.J. Ellis gave the fastball up sign, Hand through to first base. Was that a decoy, or did he really want the fastball up here in an 0-2 count? We'll see. No, he wants it up.
Coming home. And Sierra stays alive. Or did he? Thought he got a piece of it, but evidently not. Padres win it. First time the Nats have lost a game since Saturday at home. 2-1 San Diego. Back with more to wrap up this series in a moment.